I'm content creator and the founder of Joie G113, Joey Gharrity. I worked in the Hollywood entertainment industry for 15 plus years at top companies in film, television, original web content, and brand entertainment. Every episode, I start by sharing a Hollywood story along with a superstar branding and marketing strategy and tip that you can implement quickly and easily so you can take your biz to superstar status on the Red Carpet Guide to Branding and Marketing Live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Red Carpet Guide to Branding and Marketing. I'm a huge fan of branding and marketing. I think it's so fun and sexy, and I hope you do too. I have a really hot topic today because I want to talk about 5 tips that I'll be sharing with you today. But I always start, first of all, learn more about me. Okay, so my products and services, and you can catch me at joeyg113 .com. You can also find me in all the social media platforms under Joey Gharrity. You can learn more about my brand name at the joeyg113.com and how I came up with that. All right, so I always start the show with a red carpet Hollywood share. And today I want to talk about You Are the Secret Sauce. When I was handpicked by a small group of people to do the first startup for a major studio down in Hollywood, I was given unlimited resources and unlimited introductions. That's just what comes along with influence, right? And so I was in these major rooms, and basically my bosses were like, go find out the secret sauce. What's the secret sauce to cracking the digital online space? And how can we crack it so that we can do amazing things, get eyeballs, sell more sponsorships? You get it, right? And so, as myself and this small group of team were out there, what we discovered is that there really isn't a secret sauce, right? Social media is just changing so quickly. It's a completely different business model than any other business model out there. And so what I discovered is that you are the secret sauce, right? So I quit looking for the secret sauce. Instead, I just threw myself into the social media arena and learned, and I continue to learn constantly all the time as much as I can. I go to events, I learn from mentors, I ask friends of mine that are in the arena for help. And then I watch a ton of YouTube videos, right? Listen to podcasts, you name it. I'm doing it, reading books, right? And so I suggest you do the same because it's really just about connecting the dots and then making it work for you. Social media is fantastic for influence and a great way for you to leverage your company brand. And I always remind people of this that your influence, particularly online, if you're a business that's selling products and services directly in a consulting business or products and services that way and not on the ground floor in a brick and mortar, for instance, that it's actually directly linked your influence to your earning power. So you want to be building that influence all the time and have fun with it. Just step out of the shadows. I know it's not easy. It takes courage. I know I do it every single day too, but it's so worth it in the long run when you're sharing your gifts and talents. So again, my Hollywood story today is it doesn't matter. Again, I was given unlimited resources, right, to go figure out the secret sauce. And again, you are the secret sauce. I want to jump into the episode today. It's 5 marketing tips to build a superstar brand. And I love the number 5. And if you look at my company brand name, Joey G113, that might give it away. So the 113. And it is in homage to 2 of my favorite entrepreneur women that really set the entrepreneur world on fire and has really helped us out there. And again, I share it in my first episode, actually, all about my brand name. Okay, so let's jump into the first tip. Red carpet tip number 1, reveal your personal story. Being authentic helps others emotionally connect with you and builds trust in your brand. And that is the truth, sisters and brothers. There was a time where I wasn't sharing my personal journey or my personal story. Well, really, because my Hollywood background, I wasn't trained to do that, right? It can be quite a little bit secretive down there. It is a little bit of a bubble, right? And it was hurting my brand. And I had to really take a look at that. So I want you to start emotionally connecting with the marketplace. Now, here's the difference: you don't have to share your personal life, like, you don't have to talk about your children or about your marriage or your partnerships or anything like that, right? But share your authentic story around your journey, right? And how that's impacted your company brand. People want to work with other people that they emotionally connect with. And honestly, they want to work with someone that they can tell what I call their secrets to. If your brand is all buttoned up and so perfect, right? That's very intimidating for the marketplace out there. So instead, be authentic and share your ups and your downs, and then share some tangibles, which you can learn more about that in my episode part 1 and part 2 before this episode, all about sharing your tangibles. There's a difference between a philosophy and a tangible. Share some tangibles about how you got through something. Maybe it was a hardship in your company. Right now, for instance, I believe that we're in what I'm reading a book right now, and they call it a bust, right? So there's a boom and a bust, right? A bit of a bust right now. And so I'm like, people are kind of grappling with what they should do next. How can they, stay in the game, that kind of thing. And sharing about how we are getting through the tough times, right? It's just important as how when we share how we're getting through the good times. It's a great way for us to express ourselves out there in the marketplace, but also to emotionally connect with the marketplace and let them know that you're authentic, that you understand. And let me tell you, there is no one globally, globally in this world that has not had ups and downs in their while they're building their company brand. Even huge empires, even major brands. We've just saw a major brand just got went down. It has a B and then a B in it, right? That's closing, right? And who would have known, right? But it happens, right? So again, you don't want to be doom and gloom. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is share your story, right? Be authentic about it. I share my story in the Red Carpet Guide to Visibility and Influence. And I share my story in Hollywood, my Hollywood journey, and the ups and the downs, and what I learned from it, and how it helped to shape and form who I am today, particularly my company brand, Joey G113. Grab a copy. It's fantastic. And I also, inside, it doubles as a guidebook. Inside, I take you through how my signature tangibles of how you can build out a social media marketing campaign. And I also share inner game tools in here because we all need a strong inner game, because being your own superstar, right, takes courage, but also you want to be able to lean on your inner game as well. Okay, let's move on to tip number 2. Red carpet tip number 2. Content is queen. Or for you men out there, it's king. The quality of information you provide online is directly proportional to your online brand success. And it's so true. So you really want to be looking at what kind of quality are you bringing to the marketplace, right? How are you showing up? I will have entrepreneurs say to me, but I'm too busy. I'm too busy to share. And I'm like, that's a mistake. You want to share. You want to share daily, at least Monday through Friday is my 2 cents, right? And I talk about that in my book, Monday through Friday, right? Take the weekends off. But you want to be sharing, and you want it to be quality. Why? Because it sets you up as the expert out there. It sets you up as the go-to person for services and products. It allows people to get a bite-sized taste of what they can expect, right? And that's great for sales. That is fantastic for sales, sisters and brothers. So really it's about the quality, and content is queen. And so I know content can feel very overwhelming sometimes because we're expected to just churn out a lot of it, but I also want you to repurpose your content. Take one piece of content and see if you can't repurpose it a minimum of 3 different ways or 5 different ways, sisters and brothers. Let me know. Let me know how it goes. Just take that piece of content and then look at it, take a bird's eye view of it, and see how you can't repurpose it. Let's say 5 different ways. Okay. I love the number 5, right? It's my power number. Okay. So 5 different ways. And that way you're not working so hard. Work smarter, not harder. We've all heard that saying a million times, right? Okay. So grab a copy of my book. I talk a lot about tangibles in there, and I want to take the sting out of the social media marketing game campaigns for you, or the game, which is a huge right? We're all playing the game, social media game online, but it takes the sting out of it because it takes you step by step, and you can use it as a double as a guide, and you can literally write in it, okay? So and I hope it inspires you, like, because I do share about how influence, right, to get out of the shadows and instead step into your spotlight because it is your birthright, sisters and brothers. All right, so I want to talk about tip number 3, and, here we go. Create branded products that you can sell online, right? Remember I was talking about repurposing? How about you take why don't you take some of that content that is queen or king and bundle it, right? And then sell it online, right? Take what you have, turn it into eBooks. You can use Canva. Canva's fantastic for eBooks. I use it all the time. You can take articles and turn those into eBooks with the designer product out there, which I love. I use it all the time as well. Ebooks is a great way to turn your stuff into products, right? You can do books. I want to talk about 100 TV. I've been in all 3 volumes of Ross Brand's book, 100 live streaming and digital media predictions. And I will tell you, there is no secret sauce to cracking the social media code. However, there is endless tangibles and tips in his there's three books, 1, 2, and 3, that you can learn from other influencers, and I'm in all 3. Influencers are giving their tips, their insights to the trends, what's happening, and so this is great for connecting the dots. So really consider about grabbing his book. It's a fantastic resource in all 3 of them, and whenever I get the book, I literally sit down and I read it and I study it from cover to cover because that's how I'm connecting the dots. Not necessarily again, there's not a secret sauce, but there certainly are people out there that know what's going on and what and how to maneuver the online world, and these books are fantastic for that. Okay, so just be thinking about create branded products that you can sell online. What I've done is I've taken my books, both of my books, I have 2. I have The Red Carpet, and then I have, Being Your Own Superstar: How to Expand Your Love Capacity, and I've turned them into programs. My Red Carpet into an online program, and my Superstar into a group program, and also into a one-on-one coaching program because it's all about your inner guide, and developing an inner guide, and I also have a guide for that too. So you can find both of my books on Amazon, and I'll put them in the comment section as well. But so, okay, create branded products that you can sell. It's exciting when you finish your product. Don't go bananas either. Like I have people like were like, I've been working on my product for 2 years. I'm like, and let me tell you, these people are sharp and stellar, and I can't wait till their product's done because I'm buying it, right? But if that's not you, or maybe you need to turn things around quicker for your brand because you need to leverage it right now, then just start simple. Just do a step, right? And bundle something together, and then the next step, right? Maybe you need to bundle something else, and you consult, and then a third step, and then that third step can be like this really amazing online program. Whatever you do what works best for you, okay? And make sure you support other people out there and buy their online products, right? Because we're all here to support each other. All right, let's talk about my red carpet tip number 4. Utilize your social media opportunities to gauge your brand with customers and reach new ones. So, your social media opportunities, I mean, how many platforms are you on? Make sure that you love them. Don't just get on platforms because everyone's telling you to, right? I love LinkedIn. I think it's fantastic. I love that platform. I love Facebook. I think it's fantastic. I love that platform. I love Insta, right? So, those are the platforms I like. I also love TikTok. I also love Pinterest. I love YouTube. I love all these different platforms. But I've had to find a love fest, what I call a doorway in, where I can love fest on that platform. And so pick the platforms that are right for you, and then make those media opportunities by engaging your brand with your ideal customers out there. What do I mean by that? I mean, talk to your ideal customers, know who they are, talk to them, give them that information. Remember, content is queen and king, right? Give them information, send out the signal out there. Call them in so you don't have to chase clients all the time because it's exhausting, right? Instead, leverage those opportunities. And here's the key, sisters and brothers. Influence is queen and king. Grow your influence on social media. It is directly in line to your earning power. So leverage these opportunities with the social media platforms. I hear from people a lot, social media really bogs them down, and I get it. But then I always tell my clients, and I tell the marketplace and my community and my network, I tell them, I say, find a love fest doorway in, to find a way that you can fall in love with it, and then utilize that love fest with it over and over and over again. For me, it's really me allowing myself to be creative. And also too, I look at social media as my Starbucks down at my corner. Well, it's a couple corners now, a couple corners away from me, right? That's the way I look at social media when I wake up in the morning. I'm like, I can't wait to go into my coffee shop, my local coffee shop, which is social media, and hear about what's going on with people, learn about where they've been or what thoughts they're having. And I love sharing my creative point of view and being of service. That's my other love fest doorway in, is I feel social media is a great way to be of service. So share your gifts and talents out there with other people and be of service. All right, let's move on to red carpet tip number 5. Right, I love the number 5. 5 is also a media number, and so I it's a power number for me, and so that's why I picked 5. 5 tips. Okay, you should be conscious of placing appropriate branded keywords throughout every aspect of your site. Truth, sisters and brothers. And so I have an amazing website guy, and so he does that for me. He's really diligent about that. But how are you leveraging your website with these keywords, right? By calling in your ideal client, right? Leverage them. Leverage them. I will come across people that don't have any keywords with their website, and I'm like, that's just, your website's a billboard. But we got to send out the signal so people can find you and your products and services, right? And so if it's not you, then go to your website person and ask them, what keywords are we using? Are we updating them? Or how have we been updating them? How are we working the SEO out there? And so it's just a great way of really leveraging your billboard, which is your website. Your website is I call it your mansion. It's your piece of high level property that you own. And so, how are you leveraging that website? Because your website, you own it. No one can ever take that away from you, right? And it is a great way, it's a great devil's as a billboard. It's a great way to sell your online products, right? It's a great way to leverage your episodes in your show, your podcast, your live shows, your bios, testimonials, right? Calling in your ideal client. It's a great way to brand. It's a great way to share your stories, your company branded stories with articles and blogs, right? So really be thinking about that and how you're doing that. So quickly, everyone, I just want to just remind you that I know that sometimes social media can feel overwhelming, and I've had quite a few people, including when I was in a particular high level position with the studio, that wanted me to go and find the secret sauce. And my 2 cents is there is no secret sauce. Instead, you are the secret sauce. You're the secret sauce. So own it, right? Make social media leverage for you. Find a love fest with social media that's going to leverage for you. Make sure that you're sharing content that's really valuable. Remember, content is queen and king. Make sure that you're definitely looking at your website as it's an ultimate business card. It's a great vessel, right? And also put yourself in the spotlight. Get out of the shadows. Get out of the shadows, because your influence is directly linked to your earning power. You can learn more about me at joieg113.com. You can grab my books on Amazon. You can grab Ross's books on Amazon. Um, and I'll make sure to put all the links in there. I want to just thank everyone today and I look forward to seeing you on the red carpet. I love myself a red carpet. I look forward to seeing you on the red carpet next week for another episode of Red Carpet Guide to Branding and Marketing Live. I'm Joey G113. I'm Joey Gharrity. I'm your content creator. I'm also a brand expert and marketing expert and social media. And I love, love, love to help other people grow their influence, right? Because it's your birthright. So be standing in your spotlight out there, brothers and sisters, because it is your birthright. And until next time, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I appreciate you. Bye, everyone.